Good morning, y'all. This is Enlightened Energy. I just need to manifest a reality show. Awakening for dummies. Because I was a dummy when it came to awakening. I'm serious. I was like the worst. I didn't know nothing from nothing. 3 years later, I'm a spiritual stigmatic, completely cleansed. Not a religious, spiritual. If you try to search it, nobody's wrote the book on spiritual stigmata yet, so I'm writing the book. I had such an amazing message this morning. I'm just getting ready to start my morning mudras, and I thought I would get on my inversion table and stretch out before I do my mudras to prepare. I'd already had my sun gazing, which, if you look it up, you will have multiple terms for the same thing. So what I'm saying now, you can use for the same, all the phrases. Light codes, downloads, morning intuition. You can call it whatever you want. Talking to God, whatever. You can spin it however you want to. Whatever makes you feel powerful, stick to that, because that is what your higher self wants you to do. Whatever you feel, make it original. All right? When you get up in the morning and you meet the sun with your eyes, your pupils have to be fully dilated. So you like to get it when it first peaks over the horizon. Just even a sliver. As long as you can visually make the concept that you're looking at right now is the sun. I don't care if all you see is a tiny little speck through a tree. Mentally, you have to take a visual that is the sun, and your pupils are fully dilated. You can't do it if your pupils are small. You have to be fully dilated. So you have to catch it when it just comes up over the horizon, or you just see it. It takes about 5 seconds. Open your eyes, quiet your mind, and just stare at the sun. And what that does, visually through your pupils, it gives you a hummingbird saying hi. It gives you a stimulant in your brain. And if you've not met the sun in a long time, it's going to wake up dormant parts of your brain. This is what the ancient Egyptians used to do. This is what the ancients used to do. This is what I'm bringing back, is meeting the morning sun to get that information. So what happens is the sun is full of energy. You can, I'll try to remember to add the link of suspicious observers. They monitor the sun flares, and the sun flares, it takes 3 days, because 3 is the magic number. It takes 3 days for the sun flare, when it erupts, for that energy to get to Earth's atmosphere. The rest of the energy goes over the top into the rest of the solar system. The sun feeds the solar system with energy. So as that energy erupts out, it takes 3 days to get to Earth. It integrates into Earth's atmosphere, and then from there it delivers Earth's karma, which is Earth's weather. So I'll add a link so you can look at that and start understanding how important our sun is. So our sun emits different kinds of energies depending on what we need, called karma. Karma is just lessons. Karma is lessons / growth / evolution. So you can think now of karma, because everybody's like, oh, bad karma, bad karma. No, karma is just evolution, is all it is. You can spin it however you want. You need the energy. You need the energy from the sun to live. With no sun, we die, right? We just die. Everything dies without the sun. Think about it. Plants need the sun, everything needs the sun, because it emits an energy out of it that we need. And if we can take 5 seconds. You can even be driving down the road and you can see it come up over the horizon. Just that gives you that energy that you need. Try it. Start meeting the morning sun. Somehow, some way, just do it. Okay? That's why you get seasonal depression in the wintertime or when it's raining a lot, because you don't get the sun. You need the sun. Start researching it. So I meet the sun every morning and get my information, because what happens is the energy goes in through your pupils, stimulates your brain, wakes up your brain, allows information to come through your crown chakra and into your energy and then into your brain to give you ideas on how to go about your day. Isn't energy amazing? It's amazing when we just forget. We curse the sun now because, oh, skin cancer and, you know, droughts and fires and hot and this and that. But when you think about it, you got to love the sun. Because when you hate the sun, you're going to get more of things that you hate about the sun. If you love the sun, you're going to get more things that you love about the sun. Think about it. This is a virtual reality. We live in a world where you can take research studies have shown, and they always do this because they'll test a pill, and they'll have one pill that is the true pill, another pill that is a sugar pill. They call that the placebo pill. A lot of times the placebo pill will do just as good as the regular pill because the people think they're getting the regular pill. A lot of times the real pill won't work because they think they're getting the sugar pill. It's a virtual reality we live in. You can spin that word however you want. I like to say virtual reality because I know my thoughts control energy, telekinesis, telepathy. We just shut our DNA down because we're told we can't, and we don't enjoy the things that we used to. It only takes 5 seconds to download that information. Once you download that information, then it's like you have a clearer thought. You know what to do. You have more steps towards what you want to do in your life, what your heart desires. That way you can marry the heart and the brain and then speak it into existence. And then it comes back as information to you on how to get there. That's called the circle of life. We marry a heart. We marry our heart's desire and what our mind is creating, imagination, and then we use our voice to speak it into existence. That's why our throat chakra needs to be clear, our heart chakra needs to be clear, all of our chakras need to be clear, because we have thousands of chakras on our body pulsating all the time, thousands all over the body, pulsating electromagnetic energy called an aura. And depending on what color your aura is how blocked you are, what you got coming in. You can read somebody's aura and tell what you got coming in for the next 3 months. Because it's in your energy, what it's coming in, because what you think about, you bring about. What you're thinking, you're speaking out, you're creating non-stop. You are a creating being of God. God source energy, the ball of energy that you can't see up there, where your soul is. Your soul consists, all souls and the whole existence of everything consists inside the ball of God. God is all. All of our souls are in that ball. So we are God. We are God creators right here. We've just forgot our roots, our ancestry, how to wake up. I'm uncovering how to wake up all 24. Did you know you had 24 strands of DNA? The scientists are blown away because we have 24 strands of DNA, but 12 strands are only active. The other 12 strands, they call them dummy because they're dormant. No, they've been dumbed down through the ages, through manipulation, through subconscious manipulation and programming that we don't see, and we're so used to it that it's just nothing. So when you have a super empath on steroids like me, walking around on this planet going, holy cow, we live on a dead world. There's no feeling at all here, at all. We've forgotten how to feel. And that's what our empaths are here for. That's what our autistics are here for. Autism is not a disease. Autism is like is an empath, is all it is. But they're more sensitive. I'm a highly functioning autistic woman with 100% Asperger's, right? And until I really realized my chemical makeup, I could not figure out why I did the things I did and why I took on everybody's energy. I would go in and have a conversation with somebody and leave feeling so like I'm just crying the whole way home. It's like, I don't know why, because I'm taking on their energy and I didn't know how to protect myself and transmute that, because I'm a transmuter. Empaths are autistic. I don't care what you say. I'm not autistic. Autistic is a jewel. It's a gem to have. When I'm done, it's going to be a rare thing to be autistic, and it's going to be something that you're going to be blessed to have, because autistic people morph. You can dumb yourself down or genius yourself up depending on what you want. We're high manifestors. That's why the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors want to put you on medication to dumb you down so you don't find your true gifts. Because when you do, I'm not on any I haven't been on any pharmaceutical drugs forever. I'm all homeopathic. And the clear channel that I have, because of that, I've had to learn to understand my chemical makeup and eat foods and do things for that sensitivity, like omit the sugars and the starches and the processed foods, because what that does is it slows your system down and makes you feel like poop. Okay? You need to clean with high vibratory foods, like your vegetables and your fruits, but you need to eat organic, because when you think organic and GMO is genetically modified foods. All that is, my friends, is a fast-growing weed. WEED, fast-growing weed, with a little bit of flavor, with a little bit of a gene in there that looks like a tomato. It has nothing in there for you, except a visual thinking you're getting something. And in the Bible, anything that is genetically altered is an abomination, which means, in layman's terms, I'm here to help digest the Bible and help you understand what it truly means. What that means is an abomination is when you're trying to ascend or hit a high vibration or feel better or have health, you need pure God source energy. And that does not come from a gene that is mutated from a human, because a human's energy is tainted. There's not a human on this planet, even me, and I'm the cleanest vessel on this planet right now, being through a stigmata. Even me, just because my vessel is on this planet, you still incur karma every day, because this is a planet of karma. This is called a lesson planet. We're here to learn lessons. We're not here to have everything just blah happen, because you are so used to being on your other planets where you think it and it happens like that. It literally manifests. I'm Arcturian. So you Arcturians, which a lot of the, all of the autistics are Arcturian. You're just a super sensitive healer. That's the planet of the healers, the Archangel planet. This is the planet of the angels. So if you are autistic, you are from the planet of the angels, and you are an Archangel. There are so many archangels you can't even imagine, and you're all here for purpose, okay? You need to step into your role of knowing who you are. I am Archangel Haniel. I am here on mission. I am a twin flame. I have a twin out there that is Archangel Gabriel. But he is so scared he cannot step into his mission because it is too big for what he imagines himself to be. And that is fine. We all step into our true path at all different times. But somebody has to lead the way, because if nobody leads the way, then guess what? We all sit there and let everybody dumb us down with pills and drugs and everything else. I am unlike anything you've ever seen on this planet. I've just been dumbed down from everybody's thoughts. Since I am a super empath on steroids, guess what? You will understand that an autistic person will morph. You can look it up. They will morph. And so when they're taking on the feelings, the subconscious, nasty, toxic feelings of everybody's trying to hide when they're having a conversation, guess what? They dumb themselves down because they don't want to feel it anymore. So they get stupid. They get, there was a study done. There was a pair of autistic twins. They got separated at birth. This is a true story. Separated at birth. One became a literally rocket scientist, won all kinds of awards and everything. Smart genius. The other one, by the time she was 50, she had to be in a home because she couldn't remember anything. Mute. They found each other, and when they were like 80, 85, 90 years old, And together, the one that was raised differently, with different people, different energy, helped the one that was raised in poor environments and a poor energy and a poor upbringing, and brought this one up to where she was, and she was scoring the same type of IQ that this one was by the time they died. Are you kidding me right now? This is why they want to put all the sensitive people on drugs, to numb you down into a zombie. I tried it, trust me. I was feeling too much of everybody's feelings, 15, 20 years ago. That's why I was like growing all these tumors, because my body's like, die, 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 die. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. But I didn't know that. It's hard, you don't know that you're doing this to yourself. And I tried like Xanax or something for like 3 days, and I couldn't train horses anymore, because training horses is all on feel. For me it is. I couldn't train without having feel. I had to get off of them. 3 days I was like, I can't do it. I'm walking around like a zombie. I have no feelings. How can people... How can... My hummingbird's talking. How can you feel like that? Is that a good feeling? Because 3 days like that, and I'm like, unless you're used to it, I guess if that's just a normal feeling that you're used to, but my God, how can you survive on no feelings? I do not understand. The reason I grabbed this camera is because I was on the inversion table, stretching out my back and spine and ribs and everything and neck prior to doing my morning mudras in the sun. And I did a video yesterday on Anubis, the Anubis card. And it had the snake with the looked like the Garden of Eden, and he was looking the other way, and there was a dove here. I'll add the link, a dove here and the snake here. And I described like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden story with different perspectives. So you can realize that there's multiple perspectives you can have. It doesn't have to be always the fear. Sometimes there is always a good thing out of it. And my perspective was, the snake in the Garden of Eden was talking to Eve, telling Eve to eat from the apple, the tree of knowledge. Did you know that animals are a naive, innocent creature? And your guides and your angels and the ones that want to communicate with you are just energy? And did you know that that snake has an energetic auric force, energy field around it? And did you know that the guides and angels can infuse their energy with the animal's energy, the snake's energy, and then get the snake to pass the cross? See, that's the dyslexic part of me. Cross the path. See, we're all human. It's just part of us. Why feel guilty? It's just part of my DNA makeup. Don't get embarrassed. It just is. So have the snake cross her path and crawl up the tree and say, hey, Eve, try this apple. It's really good. It's got a lot of knowledge. You know why? Because when you get done eating this apple, guess what? You and Adam are going to want to go on adventures. And you're going to want to just see the world and explore this wonderful world. Why would you want to stay in the Garden of Eden when there's so much more to explore? God's getting bored doing the same thing every day. It's like, come on, we're trying to evolve here. Get out. Get some experiences. I'm trying to evolve. I can't do everything on my own. We need you. We need everybody. This is what God is telling me right now. We need you. We need everybody. We need that, what you think. I want to teach people how much subconscious energy hurts. When you see that quote unquote bum on the street, and you think dirty of that bum, and he truly has nowhere to go, and he's given up on life, he's just waiting to die, and you give him the evil eye, hate, gross, ew, that is subconscious energy that just keeps putting him down, down, down. Did you know, energetically, it is no different. God knows no different. The universal energies, law of attraction, knows no different. Because we live in a virtual reality. Now listen, you can walk by that same person and have the nasty ew and send him nasty energy, and you both get bad karma. Lessons to learn. Because what your lesson is to learn is that when you walk by him and he is somebody down and is out and he has nothing and you don't have anything, you can't give nothing, all you have to do is virtually, as you walk by, stop, pull out a check, pull out money, anything, energetically, visually, stop and give it to him and walk by. Throw it in his lap, that way he never sees you, and just keep walking. Pull it out of your pocket and give it to him as you're walking. You don't have to do it. If you don't have anything, it doesn't matter. Energetically, visually, there's no different. So when you do that and you have pure intent that you're doing that to give him love, to help him energetically, because money is energy, time is energy, everything is energy. So when you talk about energy exchange, just by you doing that for him, giving him your love and your guidance and your help right there, that gives an infusion of your energy into his energy and helps him just a little bit. And he might have one little thought that might get him up and out of that whole thing. That's how important subconscious energy is, my friends. This is what the stuff that I am supposed to be bringing to you to help you understand. I'm not here to scare you to death. I'm here to help you understand the things that you can't understand. All you have to do is just quit being so scared. It's just like this music I have in the background. I love this. This is the 30 ancient chants. I'll see if I can add this one too. I listen to this at least once a day. It's 3 hours long. I meditate to this. And it's the same thing as you would have as subliminals, as people talking, but these are just the ancient chants that they used to chant. It's the same thing, a positive motivational chants. And it just really is grounding, really grounding. We forget to ground our energy. We're so, all the time, right? Fragmented, running this, running that, running there, on the phone, on the computer, here, there, wherever. We have no ground anymore. We need to learn to center ourselves and bring ourselves back together, because we get fragmented our energy. Every time you think about something, you send energy out. And pretty soon you're like, and you're just like, I can't think of anything. I'm losing everything. I'm just like falling down. I'm just tripping over myself. It's like, That's because you're fragmented and you need to bring your energy back. And I can teach you how to do that. But you need to get out of your mind, because your mind is limitless and you are limiting it. My friends, you are limiting it. And back to my story. My higher self keeps coming in with little tidbits to bring in, so I just go with it. I was on the inversion table. Now, mind you, I live in Texas, in the country, but there's a lot of vultures, a lot of crows, and that kind of stuff. Very rarely any hawks, like really, big hawks. And I'm laying there just in this peace and quiet, listening to my ancient chants. Just relaxing, looking at the sun. And this hawk flies right over my head, screaming every flap, screaming. I'm like, and all I heard in my head was, news coming, alert, 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 news coming, alert, alert, alert. And I'm like, okay, I got the memo. I got news coming, yay! This is what I've been wanting. See, I'm building my career. This is what I'm doing, and my higher self is kicking me in the butt, telling me, you know what? I can't build a career by being small, by trying to be somebody I'm not. So my higher self is making me get out and be who I truly am. I'm the person now you see on camera, almost who I am behind the scenes. Very unique, and I've had to kind of hide myself for my whole life because I am completely unique. And I scare a lot of people, but there's nothing to be scared of. Why be scared of something that's nothing but pure love? I mean no harm to anybody. I'm just what my higher self calls the lesson teacher. To help you guys understand that we're on a planet of lessons. And that's what Earth is, the school of lessons. You can look up Dolores Cannon, Cannon, and she will help you. She was a past life regressionist. But she started out just helping people with PTSD during the war, and was accidentally tapped in when she had him hypnotized deeper into their higher self. She didn't realize. She thought she was talking to aliens and stuff, but what she was talking to was their higher self. But their higher self was in the big ball of God. So all of the higher selves all have the same information, and they're all communicated together. So even though she's talking to somebody over here in the world, and then she talked to somebody over here in the world, she's getting the same information. And then the ones that would talk to her from here would go over here and meet her and give her more information for her book. And it wasn't that she was talking to aliens or anything like that. What it was is she's talking to the higher selves, and the higher selves are in the big ball of God. And when you're in the big ball of God, when you truly get past the ego, the subconscious, you get into your God self, which is your pure source energy. And that's what I'm in right now. And that's what I want to teach you to do, because when you do that, you have a pure, clean channel to be able to have, when you have a pure, clean channel to God source energy, to your higher self, you're open to things like that hawk telling me, don't get too busy today and don't ignore people today because you got news coming. That's the message that I got. So instead of, turning my phone off for 2 days and retreating like I thought I was going to, now I'm going to leave my phone on. Okay? It's just really interesting. The ego keeps us so small, when God wants you to be so big. Why limit yourself? You're a limitless energy being, full of God source energy. Why be scared of having God source energy inside of you? It's like anybody that's religious is scared to death of me. Why be scared to death of me when I'm trying to set you free of the cages inside of your mind? When that Bible that you preach every day to your fellow cultists, you cry every night because you don't feel worthy. You cry on your deathbed because you're afraid you're going to go to hell because you did something wrong. I'm here to tell you, you've not done anything wrong except not enjoy your life. And that is what you're going to find out when you reincarnate. You're going to have to do it all over again because you didn't get the essence of why you were here. You didn't learn the lesson. The lesson was to let go of your limitations and enjoy life. That was a little bigger message than I thought it was going to be this morning. I was just going to talk about a hawk screaming over my head, and we got in a very deep channeled message. People can fight me all they want on the autism. When you're getting your information just from doctors that want you on prescriptions, you have no meaning in my life to talk to me. If I can do what I have done with no help, with autism, Asperger's, ADD, ADHD, dyslexia, and all the other little labels that you like to put on yourself to become a victim of your own life, if I can do what I have done, you, my friends, can do it too, and that's just a cop-out. Well, the doctors say, the studies say, bullshit. The studies don't know shit. I can get in touch with their soul. I know what their soul is screaming for. You're going to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about over the doctors? The doctors that are trying to dumb you down every day? You're really going to listen to them? The same ones that are trying to get you to take a 3rd round of COVID? Really? Listen. Your words do not meet your energy. Your soul is crying for help. And what you're crying about is manifesting right in front of your face. It's all up to you, depending on if you want to hear the message or not. God loves you. You should never, ever, ever be ashamed to say the word God. God is just energy. God is not a man. God is not a woman. God is all. God knows all. That's why you just got to step out of the way and just go with the flow. Because when you do, that's when stuff really happens. Your guides and angels are around you every day, trying to help you. Open your eyes. Don't limit your minds. And if that hawk crosses your path, screaming, don't get annoyed. Think of it as a sign. What does that mean? Go to the search bar. Hawk, screaming, spiritual meaning. and you'll find your answers, because what you were thinking about at that moment, animals will interfere and give you a sign. But if you can't feel, you miss it. And that is so sad, that you miss out on life. Life is meant to be lived. The journey from where you are exactly at this moment when you watch this video, I don't care if you are at the bottom of the bottom, rock bottom. How many times, I don't care. Your abundance lies from standing back up for the next time and saying, you know what? I matter. I am important. And when you do, that is your story that's going to carry you to the top. Own that, because that is your unique story. Nobody else can take that away from you.